Hey mathematicians, let's do our homework. Okay, so on the front we have independent and dependent variables. On the back we have percents. Which of the following lists the dependent values? Values means numbers. Dependent is the y. You cannot have any of the x numbers in your answer, and your answer needs to be listing all the y values. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nope, sorry, those are x values. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, yep, those are y values. 1, 5, 2, 10, this is not okay because that's like kind of trying to list them like ordered pairs even though it doesn't have parentheses. You cannot have anything from the x list in there. And then, yes, we have 15, but I don't know where these other numbers come from. So that's how you kind of eliminate those. Which list contains integers ordered from least to greatest? Starting to get to the point in the year where we're not just talking on our homework about things we learned in class, we're always reviewing things that will end up on our STAR test. So least to greatest, when you're talking integers, the most negative, like the worst thing you could have to pay, is the least, and the most positive is the greatest. Demarcus is famous. Demarcus measures the lengths of 4 chords. Which list shows the lengths of the chords in order from shortest, which is least, to longest, greatest? My strategy, don't worry about the fractions just yet. Start with the whole number parts. Does shortest to longest go 36, 32, 36, 32? No. So I'm not even stressing about the fractions because the whole numbers don't go in order. 32, 32, 36, 36, that does show shortest to longest when it comes to whole numbers. 32, 32, 36, 36, okay, that one also looks good with the whole numbers. 36, 36, 32, 32, that's going greatest to least. Now you only need to worry about 2 options. Let's see, I see fractions that have denominators of 16ths, 4ths, 8ths, and halves, or 2s. And they're the same fractions in both problems, they're just in different orders. Actually, speaking of same fractions in different, all right, I see this one is over here, these 2 are flip-flopped, and these 2 are flip-flopped. So it's not really gonna matter, my 36s. Once I decide which order is right for my 32s, that's gotta be my answer. So if we're comparing 15 16ths versus 3/4, one way to compare them is to make sure that they are in the same denominator form, in common denominator form. So I can't simplify 15, I can't divide that by 4 because that would give me an integer, or I'm sorry, a rational number. But I can change 4s to 16s. So 4 times 4 makes 16. If I just multiply by a fancy 1 of 4 over 4, then 3/4 is not going to change in size, it'll just change in the way it looks, which is what I want. 3 times 4 is 12. All right, which one is least, shortest, 12 16ths or 15 16ths? 12 16ths, so we want that 3/4 to go first. B is not our answer, C is. What is the y-coordinate of point S? Here's point S. You normally write an ordered pair, parentheses x, comma, y. I only want the number for y. I don't want an ordered pair. It's wrong if it's an ordered pair, even if it's the right ordered pair for S. I don't want parentheses. I don't want a comma. I just want the one number that is the y number. On the back. The shaded area represents the part of the book that Malik has read so far. Okay, shaded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What percent represents the part of the book that he has finished? Read so far. Okay, the 9 is the read so far, the finished. So that's my part finished. I need my part, I need my whole, and I need my percent. The whole boxes, the whole square rectangle thing, includes gray and white. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, wait a minute, I'm counting by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I don't know my percent, which is okay because when I start, I should know 2 of the 3 of these. The part goes on top. The whole goes on bottom. It is equal to the percent, which I don't know yet, but I do know that every single percent is out of 100. Now that you've set up a proportion, you can find a scale factor either side to side or up and down. Here I see a times 4 side to side. 9 times 4 is 36. If you write 36, it's wrong because it's 36%. Alicia is learning a new dance for the dance team. The shaded area represents the part she's already learned. Part learned. The whole number of boxes. What percent does she still need to learn? Oh boy. Percent need to learn. So this is the gray part. I actually don't really care about the gray part. I want to know the part not learned or needed to learn. So when you're counting your part, you're going to count the white part here. The whole is all the colors together, so it doesn't really matter which one you pick. Or, I mean, you should pick all of them. That's what matters. Janaya found the model below on her math test last year. What decimal represents the fraction of the model that's shaded? This is 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1/6 does not just mean you like change it to a decimal and use the 1 and the 6. You actually have to divide them to figure out what your answer is. Numerator goes in, denominator goes out. If you can't make a group of 6 out of 1, you can add a decimal and keep adding as many zeros as you need until you get your answer. Jose found the model below on his math test last year. What percent of the fraction, what percent represents the fraction of the model that is not shaded? That's 1 out of 4. Make it a percent, which is out of 100. And that's your last one.